name is Bob Whitco, and I've been involved with IPWORX since its foundation. My company is called IPWORX, and we take a unique model, a unique approach to what is commonly called patent brokerage. We don't view ourselves, we are 5 people in my office, but we don't view ourselves as patent brokers, but more so as marketeers. So a patent is a government grant of a limited monopoly to stop others from making, using, or selling your invention. We view patents less so from their protective foundation and more so as components that will help manufacturers and other businesses to achieve their product goals. So think of us less as a company who focuses on assertion or protection and more so dealing with really bringing products to market. And the advantage to the companies that do business with us is that we accelerate the time to market. And we do that less expensively than the typical product development approach. That comes along with some real challenges, but we think that we do a pretty good job of dealing with those challenges. So first of all, IPWORX focuses on a narrow range of clients. You'll see semiconductors and medical devices and so on. And those could be commercial entities, those can be technology transfer offices within universities, or in many cases, they're individuals that we deal with. We have a narrow focus on those clients because that's our market that we know. We know the semiconductor manufacturers, we know the medical device companies. And when I say we know them, not particularly from the patent perspective. We know the heads of research and development, of product development, of engineering, and we try to understand their problems. And their problems were always really simple. They never have enough budget, and they're always being demanded of to bring new products to the marketplace. So our job then is recognizing within those clients, within those types of individuals, what in fact they need to achieve value. And then we follow a consistent sales process. And the reason we do that, and we call it the 7-step model, I'm not going to go into details, but that allows us to make certain that we are on a path from the introduction to a potential licensee to the conclusion of a contract. And so that we hit the milestones and we understand exactly what the customer or the engagement requires and what our client, the patent owner, can provide. And then finally, and I think this is an interesting thing because if I understand this audience well, many or most of you are involved in universities, and a lot of our arrangements result in paid consultations to the inventor. And so, or employment. So imagine you have a student and a professor, or a group of students and professors who create an invention. Your technology transfer office, through either ourselves or IPWORX or in combination, convinces General Motors, I'll use that name, to license the technology. The likelihood that General Motors would hire some of those students or professors, or make investments in the programs that you're running, or even, you know, on a consulting basis, engage, is higher using our model. And when I started this company was 5 or 6 years ago, we really focused on a greater degree to that engineering talent, let's call it, those consultations. And what we discovered is we don't even have to sell that part. That's that when a licensee who acquires a patent through our process is in the middle of that process, and we say, by the way, there are, example, 3 students who've been working on this for 3 years. You can imagine how quickly the acquirer asks us, are they available? What is their price? Have they graduated the university? Are they looking for jobs? And so on. So this is something that I think is an extra benefit that our approach offers. So our approach works because most companies today, at least in North America, I'm assuming in Central and South America, have similar situations. No one has enough money for research and development. No one has enough intellectual property with which to protect themselves on a worldwide product. And we come in and we fill the capability gaps, and obviously I mentioned before the engineering knowledge and expertise. An example of one of our programs that we were successful with, and I am the inventor on this one, relates to an anesthesia gas machine manufacturing company. That's a component or a tool which is used in surgeries and in the operating room. A very large international company, market share spread around, I think, 130 different countries. And here's what is unique in their model, and here's why our model worked pretty well. Medical devices typically have a very long life. And as a result, the engineers who design a product with great frequency have left the company over the years, over many years, that it takes for that product to be redesigned. And so what you have within the companies is this huge turnover. And I mentioned here 80% engineering talent change, and that's not uncommon, especially in the medical world. Very different from the semiconductor world, I will say, where the product changes are about every 8 months. This is a 5-year plus product cycle in the medical world. So slow, costly process. Of course, they have to hire new talent, but their companies are now being encouraged by higher level management, find new products which are complementary to our mission. Bring them in so we have a more smooth flow of revenue between, let's say, the launch of the new anesthesia machine and then the new one 5-6 years later. And so in this case, I licensed my patent to this company and provided then as an engineer, provided as more than anything consultations, teaching their team what my patent was and how they could take it and bring out some products. And over a period of roughly 18 months, that company brought out 3 new products based on my patent and achieved their goals. So what I'm suggesting is we are a different approach to patent monetization, different because we're oriented towards products and new products, solving business problems, you know, it's not an easy job. There's no easy work in this world, but we enjoy it. And so we welcome inquiries and we welcome new business opportunities as well. I think that's my last slide, David. but I have to leave and I will not be able to participate in the Q&A. David and I have worked together for well over a year, and he can, I think, well answer questions that are brought up, and if he can't, I'm sure he'll forward them to me. So David, thank you, muchas gracias, for the opportunity to speak to this audience.